kicking things off, obviously it's only been 2 days. The games are going to be a big part of it, but impressions so far on the camp, on the kids?
Well, I think the effort has been great. I think there's a noticeable jump in the skill level out on the ice this year compared to the previous 2 seasons. I think the speed of the guys, the skill, how some of the guys can shoot the puck is at an elite level, and it's going to be great to see them get in and play a game. I think there's a lot of energy and excitement, but I think they're a little nervous about getting it going. But that's what happens when you're a young guy at rookie camp going into your. Some of them will be playing their first kind of professional game, which will be a great experience for them, and hopefully we come out and do well.
A lot of people seem excited about Emil Andre. I know you saw him briefly last year. What do you like about his game, and what do you know about him?
Well, I think having a chance for him to be in Lehigh at the end of last year, he's a really good puck mover. He's a very competitive guy. He's got vision, can shoot the puck. I think he has all the tools that you want to have to be an opportunity to get yourself to play at the highest league and the highest level. I think he's got confidence, but he's got some feistiness and really competitive for not being a large guy, which is obviously very important.
How rare is it to see a guy like that who, is his height, isn't the biggest guy, but isn't just competitive, but actively seeks out the physical side of the game?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it might be rare, but I think it's a component of becoming a player when you have more tools in the toolbox and give yourself the best chance to play at the highest level. I think if you can be a player that can, from the defensive side, if you can defend, move the puck, and create some offense, plus have some physicality to your game, it's only a bonus for the organization, and hopefully he continues to make steps and can become a real important piece.
Last season, Adam Jennings had a really good year for you guys. Did he really look like an NHL defenseman in your eyes?
Yeah, I think Jenner from the start of the year last year to where he ended at the end of the season was a lot of growth, and I think a lot of that was just finding comfort in playing in the North American rink. And he's a real big body with a real good stick. He has good vision to move the puck, but he skates well, and he's very competitive. I think, like I said, if you're competitive and you can skate and you move the puck, it's great skills to have to give yourself a chance to develop and be a player. I think his growth in his game was probably the largest on our back end from start to finish last year.
What do you think he needs to do? Obviously, he got that brief audition with the big club last year, but what do you think he needs to do in order to break through and establish himself as an NHL regular?
I think it's just continuing to play the game the way he played last year. I think moving the puck, playing simple, defending well, blocking shots, winning battles along the wall are all important things. I think you just got to continue to grow, build confidence, and I think the biggest thing is to be consistent. Playing in the National League, it's an everyday league. It's not taking games off or riding the roller coaster. You want to try and be as consistent as you can from start to finish, and I think he did a real good job that year. Once he got comfortable playing in the rink, in the size of the rink, the difference from the European rink, he was a very stable defender, a solid puck mover, and a very competitive guy.
He's not at this camp, at the rookie camp, because he's a little bit older, but where do you think Ronnie Attard stands entering this camp trying to take a run at the spot?
Well, I think Ronnie has a lot of the assets and a lot of the skills that you need to play. I think he competes. He can shoot the puck. He can move the puck. He can skate really well, and that's what you want to give yourself a chance to play. And then it's just, like I said, finding the consistency, the confidence, and just being able to do it on an everyday basis. That's the difference from guys that make the step and stay up there to players that kind of ride the roller coaster ride of inconsistency. And it's what every player wants, is to play at the best level, but it's about doing it every day. It's an everyday league.
Do you think he got more consistent as the year went on last year?
I think he found confidence. I think he started to realize that not overwhelming yourself with trying to do too much. is an important part of a young player. I think everybody wants to go out and make a great impression, but sometimes just making simple plays and smart decisions is the best way to grow your game. And just see a play, make a play, defend. Don't try and do too much.
I know you won't be coaching him this year, but have you gotten a chance to get to know Oliver Bonk at all and the upside that he has?
Yeah, I've had some good chats with him on the ice. I think he's a young kid who's obviously highly regarded. You don't get drafted in the first round unless you've got great skill and talent. And I think he's a player that's very coachable. He's young. He wants to get better. He asks questions. And I think anytime you're a player that comes to your first camp, there's a nervousness and you're kind of in awe of what's going on. But he's confident and he cares about becoming a hockey player. He wants to grow and get better, and he's putting the time in the gym, putting the time in on the ice, and that's all you can ask.
Changing gears real quick, and I don't know if you're aware of this or have the ability to share this, but which players will be sitting out for Game 1 tonight? Do you know that?
You know what? We'll get the lineup
got
to you right
that.
there,
Okay,
and
cool.
I can tell you that Nolan Meyer is going to start in net.
Okay. Do you have an update on J.R. Avon?
I do not know.
Okay.
No.
I can get that too. Okay. Thanks, Joe.
And do you know if the goalies, will they split or will no one play the whole game?
He's going to play today's game, and Carson will play tomorrow.
With regards to the rookie game, what are you guys as a coaching staff looking for from these guys? Are you looking for production? Are you more focused on the little details? Where are you guys at in terms of what you want to see from these guys?
Well, I think obviously anytime you play a game, you want to go out and win, right? And that's a part of it. But obviously, I think the biggest thing is for the players to go out and compete, work. You're not going to win every battle. There's going to be some mistakes, but if a mistake happens, it's not the end of the world. You're going to learn from it and grow from it, and move on. It's a nervous time for a lot of guys, and we just want them to go out and compete. We've given some basic guidelines in structure and system, but if they go out and compete and work and give all the effort they can, I think that's what you're asking is, guys are going to be nervous. Guys are going to maybe make some mistakes and be a little bit uncomfortable, and the speed will be a little bit different. But if you go out and give yourself the opportunity to compete, win some battles, shoot the puck, and obviously have fun. That's what it's all about. It's a learning experience, and that's where you go from it.
Do you get the sense that the guys, because obviously not everyone at this camp, in fact most of the people at this camp, aren't going to have a realistic chance of pushing for an NHL roster spot this year. Do you get the sense that the guys who maybe are closer, look at these rookie games as a way to put their best foot forward early in camp to make an impression?
Well, I think it's a great start, a great opportunity. I think you always want to leave an impression. You want to make an impression, whether it's in practice or in a game. You don't want to leave a bad impression. And like I said, competing and doing what's asked of you as a player is a great way to give yourself a chance to open eyes. You want to make an impression, leave that train of thought up here in the management and the coaching staff that this guy's made progress, or this guy's really opened our eyes and he's got an opportunity.
Going back to Ginning, he was a guy who last year, he came in, maybe he wasn't as well known as some of the other guys, but he was really strong in the rookie games, and then he kind of parlayed that into a really strong season. Is that something that you think, even if it's a guy who isn't going to make the roster, the NHL roster doesn't have a chance, that they can use it as a springboard into impressing the AHL coaching staff and being a good pro?
For sure. I think anytime you step on the ice in a game situation, or like I said, in practice, you want to leave a good impression. You want to make an impact on the ice in the game or in practice. You want to leave that mark that this guy competes, he works, he cares, he's a good teammate. If you leave that impression that that's what you are, and that's what people see in you, you're going to earn opportunity.